George to introduce me. I thank you for your presence. It is the last meeting I have with the diaspora here in Canada. Tomorrow we are going back to United States. I thank the Lord for the good people I met, for all the generosity and interest they have shown toward their country, Syria, in this terrible trial that is facing. You see, we can look at the events from many points of view. We can give many and different explanations. Any explanation, even a whole encyclopedia, will not cover the humanitarian distress of the Syrian people. We are facing a tragedy, and it is unfair to cover this tragedy with explanation. The best we can do when someone is suffering is to keep silent and with respect just try to comfort this person. I have met people in the Syrian tragedy that even though they have been suffering the incredible, they have also to bear people that are just explaining this suffering as if it was a little story in a corner of a newspaper, or denying this suffering because the explanation they give is different from another explanation. I would like to emphasize that today the most important is just to give some comfort to those who are suffering, in silence and in respect, whatever. Let them be from the right, let them be from the left. We have said when we were evacuating Muaddamiyya, the Syrian people above any consideration. Any consideration from the government, any consideration from the opposition, any consideration from outside, any consideration from inside. Those people are suffering. Those people are dying. Those people have lost everything. Those people are seeing their country being destroyed in the whole meaning of destruction. And those people are facing an international community with hypocrisy giving explanation. They are not even ashamed of such a chaos they have been inducing day after day in all our region. And you have people who will approve this chaos because of explanation. We have to say it's enough. We have to hold the hand of our neighbor and say, we will stand for Syria. We will stand. Every day we will be there with our interest, with our knowledge, with our endeavor. We have to show to the world that yes, you can interfere, you are very powerful, but we will stand together. We will help our country, and it will not be defeated. I want now to show you some of what we do in the humanitarian level to help Syria. You see, today in Syria, thanks to many efforts, international NGOs are working in Syria. Of course, Syria was not in need before the crisis. She was giving to everybody. With 2 million of Iraqi refugees, Syria didn't ever ask any help. With over 700,000 Palestinian refugees, Syria didn't make any problem. They had the same rights as Syrian citizens. Any Arab citizen could enter to Syria without a visa. And Syria today is very much under trial because she needs help. It's time to help Syria. The NGOs are bringing a lot inside Syria. Since less than 1 year, the World Food Programme is working inside Syria. The World Health Organization is working inside Syria. The International Committee for Refugees is working inside Syria, etc. Before this, every single help was going to the refugee camps outside Syria. When we were in Ireland 6 days ago, we had a meeting with the Irish Aid in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They told us that Ireland has given its part, which is tiny, to more than $2 billion going to help the refugee camps outside Syria. I told them that this money could not go only to the refugee, because we know how much the refugees are suffering the biggest poverty ever, and that this money could be a kind of laundry machine to buy weapons. They didn't answer. We are happy that the NGOs today are working inside Syria with the Ministry of Social Affairs, with the Red Crescent, and with the different associations, more than 20, that have special permission to work with international NGOs. We are not yet, as international support team for Musalaha in Syria and as Monastery of St. James, we are not yet allowed to work with international NGOs. But we work with the Ministry of Social Affairs and we work with the Red Crescent. Those are not international NGOs, they are local NGOs. And we have special care from the Prime Minister to get instantly a detax from any container that will enter to Syria under our name. We have organized a warehouse nearby Tartus that is receiving containers from abroad. We are receiving containers from Europe, France, Belgium, Holland, Italy, from United States, from England, and now we hope from Canada. Father George will explain to you the first container that have been launched already 3 days ago.
Thank you, Mom. أخوتي الحكي اللي حكيته الماما يعني كلام جميل جدا والمشاعر ما في أحلى منها. وقت اللي كانوا